Hi there, my darling Aries. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of July the 14th, 2025. So, my darling Aries, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Wisdom of the Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here and then finishing off with angel answer cards. Oh. Alrighty, what does Aries need to know for July the 14th? 2025. I can't believe we are in the middle of July already. This this year is just flying. All right, what does Aries need to know for this week? Chaos and conflict. Ooh. So this week, my darling Aries, you may feel some, chaos and conflict around you this week. So let us consult the tarot and see what other messages are coming in for you, my darling Aries. What does Aries need to know for this week of the 14th of July, 2025? What messages does Aries need to know? Right. The Hierophant, the Ten of Swords. There's your conflict, chaos, and the Two of Swords. All right, my darling Aries. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is Taurus energy. So if you have any Taurus in your chart, I would suggest go and watch the Taurus reading just to get a clearer picture of, what might be coming in for you for this week. The Hierophant is all about as well, higher learning and government institutions, and it can be about marriage, although I'm not picking up love here or anything, really to do with that. I feel that this is more something that you need to learn, my darling Aries. So, take that how it resonates. But although what just popped into my head was this could be, maybe there is some chaos and conflict around a marriage, whether that's, your marriage or someone else's. So, like I said, take it how it resonates, but there could be some kind of, chaos and conflict around just with what else is on the table here. It's, there is definitely some kind of, feeling of a betrayal or, something feels that it's over. That kind of energy, my darling Aries. So, like I said, take that how it resonates. But, I'm just giving you the meaning at the moment of the cards. And, like I said, the Hierophant is all about government institutions, higher learning. It is also a card of a blessing too. The Hierophant in the traditional tarot is making a symbol with his hand. And it's funny actually that you've got the Hierophant and that you've got the Ten of Swords, because, and I was reading this the other day, just in an old tarot book, that the Hierophant traditionally was, I think he was an archbishop back in the day when Pamela, who is the one who designed the Rider-Waite Tarot, around that time, she was the one who did the drawings, the art for the Rider-Waite Tarot. And the Hierophant, funnily enough, the Hierophant and the Ten of Swords is the same person. So the Hierophant was a archbishop back in that time, and that's who was depicted there. And I can't remember his name at the moment. It's just I don't recall the name. But at the time, these two were this archbishop was murdered back in that time, and the depiction of the Ten of Swords is, you can see if you pay attention to the traditional tarot, they're both the same person. He's got, all you see though in the Ten of Swords is he's dead on the ground with the swords in his back, he's still making, and that's why he's making that symbol with his hand. It's the same symbol, like I said, that the Hierophant makes, because they're the same people. And they, the Ten of Swords depicts his murder. So I find that quite auspicious that it's come up in your reading here. And I'm not suggesting that you're going to be murdered. Don't take that out of context. I'm not suggesting that at all, so don't come at me with that. I'm just telling you the symbolism and the history of these two cards as they were depicted back with in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. So it was the Ten of Swords, though, was the depiction of his murder, because he actually was murdered, and I'm pretty sure it was an archbishop. So, look that up. Mate, if you know yourself, put it down below in the comments, because I just can't recall his name. Whether it was an archbishop, it wasn't an actual pope. I'm pretty sure it was an archbishop back then. So, I find it very interesting that it's come up in your reading here, my darling Aries, as the Ten of Swords. But look, the Ten of Swords, it can look ugly. It can look like you've been stabbed in the back. It can look like a harsh card. And for some it is, but it is also an ending. Tens in the tarot are completions. And with this, something is dead, done, over with, my darling Aries. So, it's not going to go any further. It's completed, it's over with, it's finished. So you need, from what I feel in this reading, is that, something has caused chaos and conflict here, and it's really caused, chaos for you. You can see, but it's dead, done, over with, my darling Aries. It's time, with the Two of Swords here, to choose a new direction for yourself. Choose a new path here. The Two of Swords in the tarot is, it can be this or that type of thinking. It is that, she's got the two swords here. She's thinking that she can only go this way or that way. But there is, there aren't only two solutions, my darling Aries. There are many solutions to a problem. So, and the blindfolds in the tarot here suggest, having to trust your intuition, my darling Aries. Go within, trust your gut. Which way is your gut telling you is the right way to go with this situation? Is there, and it can actually also depict that which we don't see as well. So, there's a couple of different meanings here, and I feel that there is a swirl of, I actually feel this reading is a little bit chaotic, in that there is a lot going on here that has been worrying you, troubling you, my darling Aries. But the meaning of the Two of Swords is to, maybe think outside the box and think about another way that you could solve this problem, my darling Aries. There is not just two ways of doing something. There are multiple ways. If you go this way and it doesn't work out, choose a different direction. You are not tied into just going this way or that way, my darling Aries. So, just take that into consideration. So if I'm going to put it all together, and like I said, I feel that this reading is quite chaotic. I feel that there is, it's swirling, something swirling around here. Something is making me feel uneasy about this reading, and not in a bad way. I don't mean, that it's, I don't feel that there's a warning here. I just feel uneasy about what this is all about. And I'm also drawn to the colours too, where we've got dark colours here, which, and it's sort of it sort of marries in with this colour here too, is that it's where we're feeling that you're in the dark, is the word that popped into my head, my darling Aries, that you feel that you have been betrayed here. That's the message that I sort of feel here. Now, whether it is from someone that you're close to, someone that you've been married to, everybody's going to be different, or whether there is a conflict in a marriage, in your marriage, or someone else's. That's the feeling that I'm getting off this. And you're not, that there is an ending here, but you're afraid, I feel, to move forward and take the blindfold off because you don't know what the outcome's going to be. You're not sure which is the next step for you. You're not sure which way you need to go. My darling Aries, what I feel for you is to trust your intuition here with that blindfold and take that blindfold off. It's not serving you. To be, stuck in feeling that you're being blindsided is not the best feeling in the world, my darling Aries, but you have control. You can take back your power here by removing that blindfold. This situation here has been out of your control, what I feel. It's time to take back control of what you can control, is what I feel here for you, my darling Aries. That you need to, sometimes the universe, makes things or creates chaos and conflict. Sometimes there are those energies around that we have no control over. But it's not our job to control or take control of what we can't control. We need to take control of what we can control, if that makes sense, my darling Aries. And that's really what I feel for you here. So, yeah, I mean, it's harsh energies, but that's really what I'm getting here for you, my darling Aries. So, yeah, not the most pleasant of energies, but yeah, that's what I'm feeling for you, my darling Aries. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I am very active and interactive in the comments. So if you have an opinion about what this could be about, please drop it in the comments. I do not mind at all if you have a different opinion of this, and please help my channel to thrive by subscribing and sharing. If you feel somebody needs to hear this message, please share it. All right, let me get final messages for you, my darling Aries. Yeah, no need to worry, they say. And that's like I said, I feel that there is a lot of chaos here, but there is no need for you to worry. Just focus on what you can control. Take back your power to only focus on what you can control, not what you can't control. Yeah, because success is coming for you, my darling Aries. And abundance, love it. So, this situation, I feel, has had to happen for you to be able to move forward, my darling Aries. You need to move through this energy in order to come out the other side. Within the next few weeks, they say, you've got it, yes. Love this for you, my darling Aries. So if you'd like to follow this up with a personal reading, the first link in the description will take you to my website. I'd love to be able to dig deeper into this. I feel that I could go so much further into this reading, but I don't want this to be a 30-minute video. I'm definitely getting more off this. So if you'd like to explore this further, first link will take you to my website, and I'd love to be able to get some more clarity here for you and just work through what it is that you feel might be holding you back. But yeah, big energies coming in for you this week, my darling Aries. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.